What's going on, guys? Psycho here, and welcome back to the channel. In case you guys didn't notice from the title of the video, or if you haven't logged into Dead by Daylight yet today, there's been some new content added. This is going to be some new outfits for some characters, a little bit of a change on the perk and progression, and we've got news on the next section of the archives and tome. Yeah, so stay tuned. Let's get to it.
Oh shit, here we go again.
So to start with, we have Attack on Titan's collection available for the next week, July 19th through the 26th of 2022. This is going to be 10 outfits available. The killer outfits are going to be the Oni and the Spirit. Survivor outfits are going to be Dwight, Yui, Jake, Meg, Felix, Kate, Zarina, and Ace. In addition to that, all of those characters that I just listed that aren't standard issue will be on sale. They'll be 20% off of the Auric cells, but not the iridescent shards. So it's going to be the Oni, the Spirit, Yui, Felix, Kate, Zarina, and Ace. In addition to that, Tome 12 will start tomorrow. That's going to be July 20th, 2022. So make sure you guys are ready for that. Now let's check out the perk progression updates. The link to that will be in the description down below, as well as the trailer link for the stuff we just went over with Attack on Titans. So in the 6.1.0 mid-chapter, under gameplay, generators take 90 seconds for a single survivor to repair. It was 80 seconds. So if you're repairing a generator by yourself, it takes longer now. Killers kicking a generator now immediately cause 2.5% loss of progress in addition to starting regression. Bloodlust trigger times have been reduced to 15 seconds for Tier 1, 25 seconds for Tier 2, and 35 seconds to Tier 3. And it was, what was it? It was 15, 30, and 45. So Tier 2 and Tier 3 have gone up. The following killer actions have been sped up by 10%. Cooldown time after a successful hit has been reduced by 0.3 seconds. Time to kick a generator has been reduced by 0.2 seconds. And time to kick a pallet or wall has been reduced to 2.34 from 2.6 seconds. The duration of the survivor speed boost when hit has been reduced by 0.2 seconds. I'm not going to give you any more times. I'm just going to tell you what's been changed. Survivors now have a modified version of borrowed time as a baseline ability, no perk required. So everybody gets a little bit of borrowed time from now on. That's going to help against sandbagging, tunneling, face camping. Unhooked survivors now get a 7% movement speed bonus and endurance for 5 seconds. The speed bonus and endurance effect are removed if the survivor performs a conspicuous action. This is going to be repairing a generator, healing yourself or others, cleansing or blessing a totem, sabotaging a hook, unhooking your survivor, opening an exit gate. Did I say repairing? Yes, repairing a generator. And added a new section and description to the game manual. Endurance status effect is now canceled by conspicuous actions, which we listed above, and endurance does not prevent a survivor from entering the dying state if they are inflicted with a deep wound. Killer perk changes. Barbecue and chili removed a blood point bonus. Corrupt intervention added corrupt intervention. Or what's been added is that corrupt intervention deactivates when any survivor enters the dying state, and the perk still deactivates after 2 minutes if no survivor has entered the dying state. For coulrophobia, the healing skill checks move 50% faster for survivors under the effect of this perk. Dark Devotion now triggers when a survivor loses a health state by any means, and it was just basic attacks. So with your weapon. Now it's if you lose a health state by any means. Eruption, increased generator reduction when a survivor enters the dying state to 10%. It was 6% before. Increased duration of incapacitated status effects to 15, 20, and 25 seconds. And it was 12, 14, and 16. No one escapes death. No ed, guys. Once the Hex effect is revealed to the survivors, its Hex totem's aura is shown to the survivors at a range of 4 meters. This range increases steadily over the next 30 seconds to 24 meters. So if you're like me and Alyssa Ray, if you're playing Survivor and you're going against a killer that has no ed, once everybody knows that the killer has no ed, so once one person's hit, if you're within 4 meter range of the Hex totem, you can see its aura. But then as time passes, that aura spreads further till eventually you can see it on the whole map if nobody opens the gates. Ruin. Once any survivor is killed by any means, the Ruin totem reverts to a Dull totem. While a generator is not being repaired by a survivor, it will immediately and automatically regress repair progress at 50, 75, and 100% of the normal regression speed. The cooldown has been removed for Jolt. Recovery speed is reduced by 25% for all survivors under the effect of the perk Knockout. Lethal Pursuer. Anytime a survivor's aura is shown for a period of time, its duration is increased by 2 seconds. The new effect applies to the duration of the normal Lethal Pursuer effect, which means it effectively reveals survivors for 9, 10, or 11 seconds at the start of the match. Monstrous Shrine. The perk is now a Scorch Hook Monstrous Shrine. It grants 10, 15, and 20% faster entity progression. If the killer is not within 24 meters, basement hooks count as Scourge hooks. So now, instead of it just being the basement like it was before for the Monstrous Shrine, there are now Scorched hooks as well outside of the basement. Which, just like with any Scorched hook perk, the basement hooks count as Scorched hook perks as well. Overcharge. After overcharge is applied to a generator, its regression speed increases from 75% of normal to 200% of normal over the next 30 seconds. So at first it's 75%, but by the end of 30 seconds, it's regressing at 200% the normal regression rate. Pop Goes the Weasel. Changed the regression to be 20% of the current progress instead of 25%, so that's been nerfed. It's calculated after the new baseline regression when kicking a generator. Gift of Pain Scourge Hook, increased healing and repairing speed penalty to 10, 13, and 16%. It was 7, 8, and 9, so that's been buffed. Pain Resonance, removed scream effect on survivors repairing and the exploding generator. Generator will spark to show regression. Thanatophobia, increased individual penalties for repairing, sabotaging, and totem cleansing to 4.5, 5, 5.5, and it was 4, 4.5, and a 5, so it's been barely buffed there. Increased maximum penalty to 18, 20, and 22 from 16, 18, and 20. It's a lot of numbers, guys. We're getting through these perks as quick as we can. I know a lot of people really care about the survivor perks, which we're about to get to. Tinkerer, this effect can only be triggered once on each generator now. That is a hillbilly perk. Survivor perks. Borrow Time has been reworked to account for the baseline version of the effect, which we talked about previously. Survivors you unhook keep their endurance status effect for an extra 6, 8, or 10 seconds, and their movement speed bonus for an extra 10 seconds. Botany, healing speed has been buffed. I'm going to give you the Reader's Digest of everything. So it looks like the med kit efficiency has been nerfed on Botany, though. Calm Spirit has been buffed from 80, 90, and 100 to 100% completely, and it allows you to open chests and cleanse and bless totems silently, but at a reduced speed. Dark Sense. Each time a generator is completed, Dark Sense activates. While Dark Sense is active, the killer entering a 24-meter radius around you reveals their aura for 5, 7, or 10 seconds. Once the aura's duration expires, the Dark Sense deactivates. Note, the effect triggers if the killer is already within 24 meters when the perk is activated. Dead Hard. Remove the dash dodge element of the perk. Activating Dead Hard now grants the survivor endurance for 5 seconds. An animation plays when activated so killers can see when the perk is used without the survivor being hit. Decisive Strike. The perk and its effects are disabled if the exit gates are powered. Huge nerf. So from now on, those of you that use Decisive Strike to save once the gates have been powered, you're like, oh, it's all right. I can get hooked, save me, and then I'll save you because I've got DS. It don't work like that no more. Once the gates have been powered, Decisive Strike is done. The perk is now disabled when the survivor performs a conspicuous action, which was defined earlier. I think it's always done that. And the stun duration is now 3 seconds instead of 5, so you've got less time to get away. Deja Vu, gain a 5% repair speed bonus on generators revealed by Deja Vu. Distortion, reduced the starting tokens to 3. Remove stipulation preventing the perk from activating when in a killer trap, and regain a token for each 30 seconds spent inside the killer's terror radius. Distortion may not have more than 3 tokens. Audio cue when a token is used. I thought it already had audio cue. Hope has removed the time limit. Inner Focus removed the distance restriction on seeing the scratch marks for other survivors, and it was 32 meters before. Iron Will reduced the grunts of pain volume. Yeah, so the big ones I think we've already covered. That's a lot of talking. I'm going to go ahead. Self-care, the heal speed has been reduced, and it has removed the efficiency bonus of the med kit. So using a med kit with self-care no longer is quick. Tenacity, there's now grunts of pain while in the dying state, and the volume has been reduced. And yes, all right, so the big one is the progression change. Again, I'll leave the link to this in the description down below so you guys can go check it out, anything I've skipped over. So this is the important stuff with the perks. The progression and prestige systems have been reworked. No existing perks, items, or cosmetics will be lost if they're already unlocked on a character, even if having them would contradict the rules of the new system. So if what you already have, you're keeping. They're not getting rid of what you have. So the global blood point soft cap has been raised to 2 million. So you can now earn more than 1 million blood points. You can get up to 2 million now. Blood point categories maximum raised to 10,000 from 8,000. Prestiging no longer removes any items, add-ons, offerings, perks, or perk slots. So whatever you have in your inventory to set out for your loadout, if you prestige your character, you keep that stuff. You no longer start at 1 with nothing. Level 51 in the Blood Web requires a character to prestige, costing 20,000 blood points. So from now on, once you finish level 50, you have to prestige, and it costs you 20,000 blood points. Characters can now each be prestige up to 100 times. Prestiging a character has the following rewards. Prestige 1. The character's perks are immediately unlocked for use on all other killers or survivors. The perks are at tier 1. Prestige 2, same thing, tier 2 perks, so on and so on, 3, and then once you get to prestige 4 to 6, bloody cosmetics items when available for a specific character, 7 to 9, perk charms for the character's perks. Existing players will have their characters granted prestige levels in the new system based on the following: 2 additional levels per existing prestige level. Prestige 1 character will receive an additional 2 levels, resulting in being prestige 3 in the new system. So basically, if you've prestiged up, you'll prestige up more. 2 additional prestige levels. If the character has 70 or more perks unlocked, counting each tier of perk separately, you got that list right there. I'm not reading that. Prestige 9 is the highest level a character can be when transferring to the new system, even if the above rules say they should be higher. Existing unlocked teachable perks will immediately grant the access to tier 1 of that perk on all other characters if no other mechanic has already granted access of the perk. Added unique prestige crest artwork for each prestige level. Characters who are already prestige 3 on the old system will unlock a bloody prestige portrait on the character's selection screen, and it can't be toggled on or off in the options menu. So the big thing there is you can prestige up to 100 times. You no longer have the perks in the Blood Web for each character. You unlock them for everybody by prestiging that character. So for the Shrine of Secrets, teachable perks have been removed from the Shrine of Secrets for that reason. If you already have teachable perks that you got from the Shrine of Secrets, you will still have them for those particular characters. Purchasing a perk on the Shrine of Secrets now immediately unlocks that perk on all killers and survivors at the displayed tier level. So tier 1, 2, and 3 for 2,000, 4,000, 6,000 iridescent shards respectively. You must purchase tier 1 before you can purchase tier 2, and tier 2 before tier 3, unless you have already unlocked the perk via the prestige system. So having the perk already available via the prestige system discounts the price. So tier 1 via prestige, 2,000 iridescent shards, for 2, 4,000, for 3. You guys get it, all right? The same perk may be purchased multiple times on a single rotation of Shrine of Secrets, and purchasing a perk that you already have at tier 3 will convert the iridescent shards to 100,000 blood points. This can only be done once Shrine of Secrets rotation per perk, so maximum 4 times on a single rotation, assuming you have all 4 perks already at tier 3. Matchmaking incentives. Matchmaking incentives have been added to the game, not available to players who have crossplay disabled. When the survivor-killer ratio in the active matchmaking queue drifts too far from optimal, players will receive blood point bonuses to enter the queue as the needed role. Players can also expect queues with a larger incentive bonus to have faster queue times. Matchmaking incentives will appear on the main menu and in the lobby next to the ready button. So if you guys are like, say you're bronze 3, and it's taking forever to load in your survivor, but they have something with a bunch of iridescent players, you can take the incentive with a much higher blood points to go into that lobby. So if you just got started late on rank resets, that's a perfect opportunity for you to make a lot of blood points if you're normally an iridescent player. UI layout changes to accommodate the new prestige crest on multiple screens, so on and so forth. Optimizations, changes from the public test beta, some bug fixes. You guys can read all of that by clicking the link in the comments or in the description and down below. Some audio changes as well. That pretty much covers all of that. So there you have it. New updates to DLC and content for Dead by Daylight today. New tome starting tomorrow. Perk reworks. Let me know what you guys think about the perks in the comment section down below. Those are the ones. Let me know what you think about the prestige system and the perk reworks. And the buffing and nerfing of the different perks. Let me know about that in the comment section down below. And did you guys know I'm on Twitch? I'm on Twitch where I play Dead by Daylight normally like at least 4 times a week. You can find me at twitch.tv/psycho with a 05353, and the link to that will be in the description down below as well. Sorry this video was so long, a lot of ranting, reading stuff, you know, but I got that content out there. If you want to see it in action, follow me on Twitch and come check me out. And if you guys have Twitch Prime and you haven't used your free subscription on anybody yet, feel free to consider using that subscription on me. You'll get special emotes, ad-free viewing, and stuff like that. So I hope to at least see you guys over there, though. But with all that said, guys, that's all I've got in this one. And as always, I will see you on the flip side.